Thanks for having me up. A couple of things, man. First of all, there was somebody in your comments.
If you want to address comments, you got to go down there. Don't come up here to address comments, please.
Okay, wait. All right. You're right. I just want to say a couple of things, man. A lot of things going on. People say that I'm lying, that I'm not Puerto Rican. I don't know why would I lie about that. And the reason I came up here the first time was to let you know that I came on your live before and then you automatically attacked me. And then that's why I played that white role, because you put me there. You attacked me as white colonizer and I went on the defense. But
why?
Because I'm not that. Let me tell you something.
No. Jimmy, let me pause real quick. Let me real quick, Jimmy.
Let me explain.
Real quick, Jimmy,
Your
please.
walks of life is not my walks of life.
Jimmy.
You're trying to say because I look this way, that, oh yeah, you white and you had white privilege. No, I'm from the Bronx, New York. I've always been treated as a Spanish, like Latino. I don't care what you're trying to say or what you're trying to do. I don't know. But whatever you've been through, I didn't go through. And whatever I went through, you didn't go through. You can't say because I look like this that certain things has happened to me. You can't say, you don't know nothing about me. You don't know nothing about my life. And that's not.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
Let me ask you a question real quick.
Yeah.
I'm going to hope so bad that you're honest.
Yeah.
The first time that you came here, I didn't acknowledge you by name because I didn't know you. I didn't know anything about you. And I was addressing certain people. And your first initial input was, why are you attacking us white tea people? What did we do to you? Yes or no?
You went on my profile picture.
No. That's before you ever were identified. Your initial intro, Jimmy. Please be honest, Jimmy.
No.
Jimmy.
Ricardo,
I download all my live streams.
I went on the defense when you attacked me and you assumed that I was white and I was nothing that had to do with Spanish.
Jimmy, that's before.
So I played that role.
That's way before you came up.
Somebody saying don't lie.
Jimmy, don't worry about none of that. You're talking to me. Before I even read out your name, before anything, your initial intro to my live stream was you coming in here.
Today?
Initial, the first time.
That's what I'm explaining to you.
And I'm telling you what it was. Yes or no? When you first came here, before you were even identified at all, you simply came in here. Why are you attacking us white tea people? What did we do to you? That was your intro to just my space. Yes or no?
No.
Jimmy, I got the download. I got the live stream. You don't want me to make you look bad?
Yo, listen to me. Listen.
Are you an honest person?
I try to be. And
Stop trying and just do.
I'm going to show you right now that I'm an honest person. I'm small down there. I have it small. But
what is that? I don't care.
No, that's to let you know how honest I could be.
That's none of my business. I'm cool, bro. I'm sorry. I don't go that way.
No, I'm just showing you my level of honesty.
Okay, so can you be honest? Your first intro, when you first came in here, you said, why are you attacking us white tea people? What did we ever do to you? That's literally your intro, Jimmy. Yes or no? Yes or no, Jimmy?
Okay, wait up. I don't know.
Why can't you just say yes or no?
Because I remember I said something and then you automatically called me a colonizer. And I got to,
that was before
Ricardo,
anything.
Let me finish. And I automatically went on the defense because I was like, este cabrón no sabe que yo soy Latino, so él cree que yo soy blanco. Okay, vamos. So I went with that.
Okay, so you went with that and said you commented. You went with that and you said, why are you attacking us white tea people? What did we do to you? Because that was your mentality, but nonetheless, you came in with that intro. Yes?
No. That's not.
That's what you just said.
That's not. No, I came. No,
you said that you saw my energy and you said, you know what? este piensa que todos somos blancos solo porque nos miramos blanco, voy a ir a ser yo pretendiendo que soy blanco. So your intro was to be white tea.
Because I was offended. Because
why were you offended if you're not white tea?
Because you're attacking me. You don't know me. So I
that was offended. Before anything at all.
I stood on that row. I stood on that row. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened.
You came in. You introduced yourself to my space, identifying as white tea, sir. You identified yourself as white tea. That was your introduction to my space. Before we knew who Jimmy was, anything at all, you literally introduced yourself to my space as, why are you attacking us white tea people? What did we do to you? That's how you introed yourself. I know, because I have all these downloads. I screen record on my lives and I watch them. Why do you think I remember everything?
I don't remember that. I just remember that I was offended that you ain't know that I was Latino. That's why. That's it. But I just came up here because there's people saying that I don't know I know what the fuck I am. I know what I am, and I know what I've been through in my life, and that's it. That's all. But the other thing I wanted to say is that I don't let you or all these folks down here let me define who I am. I see you as an intellectual young man. That's what I see. I don't see, this person here, that person there. I don't do that. My shit is, go look at my page. Go look at my page. My shit is all comedy, and that's it. People, I don't know what I'm going on a rant here, but I just wanted to say a couple of things from the comments, but you don't want me addressing the comments. But I know that I don't feel like I have been treated as white. And I never identified as white. Never in my life.
You see the guy that was here before you? He was a Cuban dude. He identified as white tea. And he said he knows the difference between the white tea.
That's him.
Could I finish what I'm saying? Could I finish? He said he understands that white tea people in Latin America, the white tea Latinos, are viewed different, are treated better amongst the Latin community versus the brown and black. Do you agree with this fact, Jimmy?
Not me. I was raised, listen, I was raised on 154th Street, Bronx, New York.
What does that have to do?
There's nothing but blacks and Puerto Ricans there. The school I went to, PS 29, nothing but blacks and Puerto Ricans. So
Jimmy,
we got treated the same.
Listen to the question.
Fat Joe,
you missed a very important detail. You missed a very important detail. Amongst the Latin community, Jimmy. Amongst the Latin community, Jimmy.
Okay,
are you listening?
I'm listening.
The white tea people in the Latin community are treated better. Are the standard of beauty in the Latin community versus the brown and the black people? Yes or no, Jimmy?
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that, boss. I don't know how to answer that. I don't know.
Okay, let me ask you a different
Ricardo,
way.
You said something earlier, right? Look what you said.
Let me ask you a different way.
You said, wait up. Well, let me answer. You said this, right? You said that your grandmother said, oh, look, the baby is white like an angel, right?
It's
and
beautiful.
that made you, wait up. Like and that made you feel a certain way.
Yes.
So you're going to, wait up. So you're going to have some type of trauma. I never went through that. So I'm not going to have your traumas.
Of course you didn't. That's the point, because you're white tea.
But I'm not, my complexion is still, I'm not as dark as you, but I'm not as white as the whitest person. I'm not as white as the whitest person. Regardless though, I didn't have those traumas. So my perception is not going to be that. My traumas, my perception is not going to be your perceptions. You know?
So let me ask you a different way now.
Go ahead.
As a Puerto Rican like yourself, did you grow up watching like Spanish channels like Univision and Telemundo and things like that, or not?
My grandmother used to watch the novelas.
You're a little familiar with that stuff?
Yep, and the guy, the Mexican guy, what was his name?
I don't know, but let me ask you the question.
He's who's clueless. I'm not clueless.
If you are familiar with like Spanish speaking media, are you aware that the Spanish the Latino macro media pushes white tea standard of beauty propaganda? Are you aware of that?
I'm not.
And that's the reason why we are conditioned to see white tea people in the Latin community, the white tea Latinos, as the standard of beauty versus us who are not white tea. And therefore, you don't have to go through the struggles like I do of being dark skinned and experiencing being in a way condemned, degraded for being darker. You never have experienced that. Of course, you're going to say, well, I don't know, Ricardo, I've never experienced that. That's the point. You never will.
I don't know.
You never will, Jimmy. That's called, you want to know what that's called? And I mean this with all due respect. You want to know what that's called? White tea privilege, sir.
How could it be white tea privilege when, wait up, when I live in the Bronx and I did whatever I had to do. Like, you don't know that part of me, man. Like, there's a whole bunch of us that look like this, and we're Puerto Ricans. And you know, some people made it, some people did it. I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know.
What does that have to do with white tea privilege, sir?
I never felt privileged. You know, I never got. I made minimum wage money. I don't know. I don't know. I had to pay for my college tuition. I never had it. I don't know. I don't know what you think white tea. I don't know what white tea privilege is for you. I don't know. But I know. I have my struggles in my life, and I did what I had to do to make it to a certain career. You know. I don't know.
Do other human beings struggle, perhaps a little more harder because they're black?
Absolutely. But that doesn't mean you can't. That doesn't mean you can't make it in America. That doesn't mean.
And because you know,
there's a lot of black folk that's way more successful than I am.
Sure,
absolutely. And it was harder for them, you know.
And that's the key word, though. You acknowledge that it was harder for them. They may have been more. They may be more successful because they had to work harder than you. Yes or no?
But if you're comparing me to black folks, yes, hands down.
To non-white tea.
That's not.
Sir, if you can acknowledge, Jimmy, if you can acknowledge that black people are treated worse.
Yeah, but who?
And you could acknowledge that you don't get treated as bad because you're not black. That is part of the white tea privilege. That's literally what it means, sir. That's what it means. See, is it not a privilege to not experience what they have? I mean, what they did. Is it not a privilege?
I'm answering what I'm answering from everything I see on social media.
Answer the question. Is it not a privilege?
Or that. But
is it not a privilege?
I have my struggles too.
Is it? And just answer the question. Is it not a privilege to not have to struggle like black folks? Is it not a privilege?
I don't know because I never felt white privilege. Maybe
is it not a privilege to not have it? Had it as hard as them? Is it not a privilege?
It is not. What is it not a privilege?
It's not a privilege to not have it as hard as them.
It is not. I don't know what you're trying to ask, but listen.
It's simple. It's English. Is it not a privilege that you didn't experience being treated like black people? Is it not a privilege?
It is not I don't understand the question. I can't answer that. I don't want to answer that.
¿Te lo digo en español? ¿Te lo digo en español?
No, but listen. I have my struggles, bro. I have my struggles. I don't know what you want me to say. I have my struggle. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy for me, but I have my struggles. You know. He
And
can't.
yet,
He
and
can't.
yet,
He can't
and yet you identify, you acknowledge that black people are treated worse than you.
In the history of Black America, absolutely. Now, are things getting better? Absolutely. Nobody can sit here and tell me that things are the way they were in the 1940s or 50s. That's bullshit. And there's still work to be done. There's still work to be done, but things are better, you know? Anyway,
Hasn't it been a privilege though that you didn't get treated like them?
hasn't it been a privilege?
That you didn't get treated like them.
I don't want to. I don't want to word it like that. I don't want to word it like that. But Jimmy, have any struggles? I don't want to word. I don't want to answer it. I don't want to answer that like that because I have my struggles in my life. I don't want to
Sure.
sound.
And one less struggle that you had was being black. Right?
Why does I don't agree with Jimmy?
Jimmy, listen to the question. You had your struggles in life, but it was one less struggle being black. Yes or no?
I will agree with that. Yes, I said it already.
And that is your privilege. And that is your privilege.
Their walks of life is a little harder, but that doesn't mean that that it wasn't harder for me, for a person that was really white with blonde hair, blue eyes. You know.
What other topics do you have, Jimmy? Let me get him up out of here.